Alright, we all knew it was coming, but it's officially here. Seedance 2 just released and the line between real and generated is officially gone. And this is really going to blow your mind, so strap it. Now, I had early access to this for the last week and I'm going to show you how powerful it is, where you can access it right now, how you can use it and its current limitations. I'm also going to be showing you a comparison between Seedance 2, Google Veo 3.1 and Kling 3.0, and we're showing you a bunch of different use cases and of course giving you a full list of prompts that you can use right away. I'm also going to show you a secret hack no one else is talking about that's going to be at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Now of course, before we get started, if you are new to AI and want to learn how to use all the best tools for yourself or your brand, or you just want to stay ahead of the curve, be sure to check out my AI community down below. But with all that said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so first things first, where can you access Seedance 2 right now? Well, the best place that we found is inside of Higgsfield. Now, a quick note, currently at the time of recording this video, you can only access Seedance via the business plan. Now, the good thing is that you can actually get up to 65% off right now with the release of Seedance 2. So what this means is you can access this for just $31 a month, but you will need to get 2 seats, as the minimum requirement for the business plan is a 2-seat plan. So what I'd recommend you do is find a friend and then split that plan 50-50, and then you both have access to that at half the price. Now, if you don't have a friend, I'm sure there are some lovely people in the comments down below that you can make friends with, and you can do that way. Now, on top of all of this, if you head over to higgsfield.sebtips.com or use the link in the description down below, you'll also get an additional discount. So of course, I recommend doing it that way. Okay, so now let's actually jump into how to use Seedance 2. So on Higgsfield, you will see that you have access to Seedance 2 here, but this will only be a temporary banner. To access it the real way, just hover on top of video, then click on Seedance 2. Now, right off the bat, you'll see that you have the option to upload images or videos. Now, videos is super important, more on that a little bit later. Of course, here you can add your prompt. In terms of the prompting, we've had a quick look and it looks like the character limit for prompts on Seedance 2 is about 3,200 characters, and that's including spaces and punctuation. Of course, you want to have the sound on, enhance on. You don't really need it, that's going to enhance your prompt, so it's actually going to limit you if you have more detailed prompts. But then down here, you can see that you have the models. So you have Seedance 2, which is the base version, and then Seedance 2 Fast. Now, the only real difference that we've noticed is the actual cost. In terms of credits, the base version costs about 6 credits per second, and the fast version costs 3.5 credits per second. Now, one of the main limitations right now is the quality is only 480p or 720p. But the good thing is, if you are generating inside of Higgsfield, you can actually go ahead and upscale these to 1080p or 4K. Now, the way to do this is just hover over video, and then down here, you'll see video upscale. Now, once your video is uploaded, you'll see you have a few options. Here you can select between 3 different video upscalers. Now, I would definitely recommend just using the Topaz Video because this is the one that's going to give you the best quality. In terms of resolution, you can upscale it to 2K or 4K. Original will just increase that to about 1080p, considering it is a 720p video. And then you do have some more advanced features here. Proteus is probably one of the best settings or presets that you can use, but Artemis is also a super good one, especially if you're doing it for portrait. And if you want more professional 4K upscaling, I'd recommend using RIA. Here you also have your frame interpolation, which basically means you can choose the slow motion, but you can also choose the frame rate. So say you're shooting at 24 FPS, but you want it to be 30 FPS or vice versa. You can click on that to do it this way. But back to Seedance. If you head over to the duration here, you can see that you can upload or generate up to 4 seconds, all the way up to 15 seconds, which is amazing. In terms of aspect ratios, you have pretty much everyone you can think of, but from our testing, the best results is with 16:9 and 9:16. Now again, as far as prompting goes, the character limit, like we said, is about 3,200, and this is including punctuation and spaces, but prompting is pretty easy. You can go simple, like a prompt like this one, and you'll get a video like this. Or you can do something a lot more complex and use up that full character limit, which will give you videos like these. But that is the main gist of how to use Seedance 2, and in terms of its main limitations, if you are using reference photos, this one is huge. So you can actually upload any image that you want inside of Seedance. However, it's not going to allow any sort of faces or IP infringements. So what this means is you can't use characters from movies or famous actors, and you can't even use your own face or someone else's face. But if you do want to have specific characters in your videos, you do have a few workarounds, and this is by describing it via prompts, and I'll also show you a method to do it with images. Now, a nice little workaround for this is if you actually use a character sheet like you can see on screen, and then use any LLM like Claude or ChatGPT to describe in high detail what your character looks like, and it should give you some pretty accurate results. However, there is still a slight workaround when it comes to uploading specific characters and faces, and the way by doing this is by adding accessories to your face. So for example, if you have a mask or a helmet or sunglasses, anything that's kind of covering the face, then it does kind of bypass the facial recognition inside of Seedance, which is super nice. Now, a really nice feature that Higgsfield has also included is the image verification process. So if you actually go ahead and click on images, you'll see that you now have this pop-up icon, and you can actually check images for eligibility. So anything that says not eligible, you obviously can't use. So here, for some reason, it's actually allowing me to use my face, which is super awesome. But here as well, because this is an astronaut with a mask, it's allowing me to use this. Now, in certain cases like this one, it won't actually let me use it. It says not eligible. We can actually see it here. So it is kind of random as to what is eligible and what isn't eligible, but it's pretty nice that you can do this because then you don't have to wait through the loading processes for it to fail. You can just check it straight inside of here, and if it works, then it should work. Okay, so now I want to do a quick comparison between Seedance 2, Google Veo 3.1, and Kling 3.0, which are the current MVPs in video generation. So let's go ahead and play the first video, which we can see on screen right now. And this is sort of a POV jumping out of an airplane. And you can see that all of them do look pretty cool, but we have definitely got to give the win to Seedance here because the results just look super seamless. Next up, we've got this Japanese styled video. Again, like you can kind of see the comparison, like it's just super cool how Seedance implements different shots and it just looks super realistic. If we go back to the Veo video, you can see that it does look cool compared to Kling 3.0, but just doesn't look as realistic. This one is also super awesome. This is Statue of Liberty versus Transformer style. I just think, you know, there's no real comparisons here. I just think that the Seedance one just looks incredible. Next up, we've got this sort of Japanese anime one. And again, like you can just see the variety of shots inside of Seedance, how it just looks way better. Kling is a very strong contender here, but Veo is just sort of failing, how it's just one continuous shot. Looks kind of boring nowadays. And then finally, we've got this sort of army transformer style. Seedance really does like the transformer effect for some reason. But yeah, I mean, just look at the results. Obviously, Veo can only generate 8-second clips, and here we've got a 15-second clips for Seedance and Kling, but the results are pretty straightforward. I mean, Seedance is definitely taking a win out of these comparisons, but now let's actually go ahead and jump into a bunch of different use cases. We have these really complex movements. Now, you might have seen videos like these all over Twitter, but it basically kind of just follows the shot, which is super awesome. And we actually saw some comparisons with this with Google and Kling, and both of them just failed miserably, whereas Seedance kind of did this in 2 to 3 generations, which is absolutely incredible. Now, by far one of the coolest ones has got to be this sort of POV VFX magic videos, and this was basically just using one input image, and then you can see the prompt on screen here, but you can see that the detail in this is absolutely crazy. Like even the movement is just so fast paced, yet it's not really having any morphing issues or anything like that. And the audio that comes out of Seedance is incredible. Some also real popular ones is just recreating fight scenes. Again, this is just using one character for the consistency, and then the prompt is using this. So there is a little bit of consistency issues because we only have one character here, but you can see in general, because it's sort of like generic men or bald men, the consistency kind of does stick here, but the main character looks super awesome. Like I showed you before, we do also have these Transformer style videos. These are super popular all over X. I don't know why Seedance is so good at doing this, but it just seems like, I don't know, maybe they took some stuff from Transformers and were like, hell yeah, let's just run with this. But I think the results are crazy. Another really awesome one is actually this storyboard method. And what you can do is basically just upload a storyboard and then use an LLM like ChatGPT to describe exactly what you want to happen. And you can just see in these videos that the consistency is amazing, but it's also following the storyboard pretty consistently, which is pretty crazy. And I genuinely think that, you know, Hollywood is kind of cooked with all of this, because if you can create a really cool storyboard with a really cool prompt or storyline, you know, you can generate some really awesome movies or short films just by using this. Another really great use case is multi-sequence videos. So this is a 15-second clip, but you can see that every 0.5 seconds to 1 second, it's just transitioning between different clips. However, it is keeping that consistency, which is just absolutely incredible. You can also use this exact same logic with a continuous camera. So this is just basically panning through a bunch of different scenes inside of a village, and it creates this really cinematic continuous shot that you typically see at the start of a lot of movies. So if you've ever wanted to recreate this, you can now do this pretty much perfectly inside of Seedance too. Now this one is pretty cool, and it's basically just using one image and a fairly simple prompt to create an action movie scene. And you can see by the results from this, you know, the consistency is there and it's creating multi-sequence shots and it just looks incredible. But by far one of my favorite ones has got to be this continuous FPV shot where it just flies through the city. And the detail on this is crazy. And if you do kind of slow the video down and like kind of look out for morphing and all of that, you just don't really see it. Like the motion blur does a really good job hiding this. And I think if you've ever wanted to create stuff like this, then now you can finally do it with incredible results inside of Seedance. But there you go, that's how to actually start using Seedance too. And if you do want to try this out for yourself, then be sure to check out Higgsfield in the description down below. And if you want to continue seeing the latest AI updates just like this, then be sure to like this video and subscribe, because we test the latest tools every single week. And again, if you want to learn how to master all the best AI tools, then be sure to check out my AI community down below. I'll see you in the next one.